the eternal love of Radha and Krishna. Welcome to the magical land of Vrindavan, where the air smells of jasmine and rivers sing melodies. In this paradise lived a young boy named Krishna, whose skin was the color of a dark rain cloud. His eyes sparkled like distant stars, reflecting a wisdom far beyond his young years. Krishna possessed a divine flute that could enchant every living being in the forest. When the music flowed, birds stopped their chirping and animals gathered in peaceful silence. Among all the listeners, Radha felt the music deeper than anyone else in the village. Radha was the most beautiful girl in Vrindavan, with a heart as pure as a white lotus. Their connection was not a simple romance, but a bond of souls spanning many lifetimes. Their days were filled with playful mischief, as Krishna loved to tease the village girls. He would steal fresh butter and hide the pots, leaving the girls in a playful frenzy. Radha would pretend to be angry, chasing him with a stick while hiding a smile. Despite her feigned anger, her eyes always shimmered with an undeniable love for him. Together, they wandered through lush green forests, discussing the mysteries of the universe. Every note Krishna played on his flute sounded like a secret call to Radha's soul. Hearing the melody, Radha would leave her chores behind and run toward the sound. An invisible force guided her, pulling her closer to the divine music of her beloved. However, a shadow loomed over their happiness in the form of the cruel King Kansa. Kansa ruled Mathura with an iron fist, driven by fear and a dark prophecy. The prophecy warned that a child born to Nanda's family would bring about Kansa's end. Obsessed with survival, Kansa sent spies into the peaceful woods of Vrindavan. The spies watched Krishna's every move, reporting back to the tyrant in Mathura. Tension rose as Kansa's soldiers began to harass the innocent villagers of Vrindavan. Krishna realized he was not just a simple cowherd, but a divine protector of the people. As he grew older, the weight of his destiny became a burden he had to carry. He knew he must eventually leave the forests to confront Kansa and end the tyranny. The day of departure arrived, casting a veil of sadness over all of Vrindavan. Radha stood by the river, her eyes overflowing with tears of deep sorrow. The pain of separation felt like a physical wound in her heart as she looked at him. For the first time, Krishna's flute remained silent, reflecting the grief of the moment. He told Radha that although he was leaving physically, he would always dwell in her heart. He promised that their love would become the eternal definition of devotion for the world. Krishna explained that true love is about letting someone fulfill their duty, even from afar. With a heavy heart, Radha accepted the truth and decided to wait for him. Her love did not fade, instead, it grew stronger and more profound in his absence. Krishna began his long journey toward Mathura, leaving the familiar greenery of Vrindavan behind. The road was treacherous, filled with dense forests and hidden dangers designed to stop him. Kansa sent ferocious demons to ambush Krishna, hoping to end the prophecy before he reached the city. With divine grace and strength, Krishna fought off the attackers, protecting himself and his companions. Whenever the path became too difficult, Krishna closed his eyes and pictured Radha's smiling face. The memory of the peaceful forests of Vrindavan acted as a shield against the darkness of the journey. This inner strength allowed him to push through every obstacle with an unbreakable spirit. Finally, the towering walls of Mathura appeared on the horizon, signaling the start of the final confrontation. Krishna entered the city, where the people lived in constant fear of Kansa's oppressive rule. The atmosphere inside Kansa's palace was thick with tension and the scent of incense and fear. Cancer sat upon his throne, his eyes narrowing as he realized the prophecy was finally unfolding. To test Krishna's power, Cancer unleashed massive elephants to crush the young hero. Krishna easily outmaneuvered the beasts, showing that divine will is stronger than brute force. The king then sent his strongest wrestlers to overpower Krishna in a brutal combat arena. Despite their size, the wrestlers were no match for Krishna's agility and celestial power. In a final, epic struggle, Krishna confronted Cancer face to face in the heart of the palace. With a decisive blow, Krishna defeated the tyrant Cancer, ending years of terror and suffering. The city of Mathura erupted in joy as the people were finally freed from the grip of evil. Krishna transitioned from a simple cowherd to a respected leader and a guide for the people. As years passed, Krishna became the chief advisor to the Pandavas, helping them navigate complex wars. He dealt with the burdens of royalty and politics, yet his heart remained tied to his roots. In the quiet solitude of the night, he would gaze at the moon and yearn for the dusty paths of Vrindavan. Meanwhile, back in the village, Radha had become a living symbol of pure, unwavering devotion. She lived away from the noise of the world, finding solace in her internal connection to Krishna. Radha entered a state of constant meditation, feeling Krishna's presence in every breath she took. Villagers often wondered why she remained unmarried, as her beauty and grace were unmatched. She simply told them that she was already married to the soul of the universe, needing no one else. After many long years, Krishna finally returned to Vrindavan for a brief and poignant visit. The entire village celebrated his return with music and dance, but Radha remained quiet and still. When Krishna and Radha finally stood face to face, the world around them seemed to stop moving. In that single, profound glance, all the years of separation and longing vanished instantly. They realized that the physical distance between them had been nothing more than a temporary illusion. Krishna told her that their love represents the highest form of spirituality and selfless devotion. He revealed that they are not two separate beings, but one single soul dwelling in two different bodies. Krishna decreed that her name would always be chanted before his, honoring her supreme love forever. Their story concludes not with a wedding, but with an eternal bond that transcends time, space, and physical presence.